happy 4th of July, y'all. Let's just say we're blessed. There's a lot of crazy going on in this world, but guys, we are a blessed people. My God's still in control. He's still got this. We are still loved. We are still cared for. We are a very blessed people. But that brings me into what I have to say today. Being a mom's hard. Being a mom changes everything in you. Everything in you shifts. So you're caring for these tiny little humans that God has allowed us to have in our care. When the problems arise, we feel hopeless. We feel terrified. I mean, it just leaves you standing, right? When something happens, it leaves you standing in your tracks. You can't think straight. It's the worst feeling ever when something happens and you don't know what to do. So I just wanted to talk about a time in our life when we were constantly taking our kids to the doctor. I mean, I just felt like it was a weekly thing, constantly running to the doctor, constantly something coming up. The bills were piling up, and we were just getting the same thing over and over. The same thing every single time. And because I was a new mom, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to do with any of this. And every time something happened, I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever. Constantly running to the doctor, constantly receiving the same thing to go home and do another round of. Wasn't okay with it, but I didn't know any better. So we kept going, kept getting more bills, kept getting more rounds of the same thing over and over and over. And then came the day that our sweet Aislinn had to go to the hospital. She was lethargic. She had a high fever. We didn't know what was going on. 1-month-old, guys. There is nothing like seeing your 1-month-old have x-rays of her chest and having IVs put into her arms. It is the most terrifying feeling in the world. But again, new mom, no options, terrified. You just stand there, totally helpless, right? And so I remember when we were going to the hospital, the whole way I was texting people like, please pray for her. Please pray for her. We need to know what's going on. We get there and she's still sick. They're putting IVs in her. But the next morning came and she's perfectly fine. The doctors were like, we know 1 round of antibiotics didn't do this. And I knew God did it. I know my God healed my little girl that day. But we didn't know what caused any of that. And we thought we were okay. We're out of the woods. Well, a month later, we end up back at the doctor with more issues. And we were told, oh, it's normal. This is what kids do. This is a normal part of childhood. Happened 3 more times. And then our pediatrician was like, you know what? Time for less conservative measures. And I remember leaving that day thinking, no, absolutely not. Not my kid. We're not going to live with this for the rest of our lives. Not just because it's hereditary, okay? I went home determined to find answers for her. And guess what? I did. I found answers. It set me on the path that we're still on today. It changed our current situation. We don't go to the doctors like ever. It has bled into every aspect of our lives. And we knew when we left the doctor that day, we knew God had something better for our family than running to the doctor every week. All right. It was not normal. I'm telling you what we were doing. It's not normal. Our kids should not be that sick, but we left that day and we're better because of that day. Because I became a determined mom to do my research and to look for better. So now we're happier, we're healthier. I can tell you now, those issues that my little girl had multiple times, we haven't dealt with it since. Because I learned. I went home, I found supplements. I found things that helped her. So we don't deal with any of those issues anymore. And if it does arise, I know what to do. I know how to help her. I looked up YouTubes on helping her ears drain the fluid that we were struggling with. So I just want to say, if this resonates with you, guys, I have a whole community I'm building on moms that are looking for a better life for their family, where if their kid does come down and they're not feeling well, we have tips and tools and tricks just for you. If this resonates with you, I would love for you to join me in this journey because it's the greatest thing I've ever done. And I want as many people possible coming on it with me. So if this is for you, contact me, shoot me a message, drop a comment. I would love to have you. Y'all have a great day. Happy 4th of July.